All right, yeah, man. Let's do this. It's Magoo. Go ahead, hit that sub button, hit that like button, jump in the comments. You know the deal, you know the spiel. Yo, hit me on the gram, Magoo_JJ. Appreciate everybody who came up in here to check me out. Glad y'all listening. Glad y'all still coming back, you know. But I want you to get that thumbs up, man. We got to hit them likes, man. We got to get these out, you know. I'm ready to get some serious views popping here. We talking about the illest shit right now. We talking day in and day out about the journey and the growth of a martial artist. A guy who came from being scared, who came from being just bum ass, out of shape, a little sickly, just not right, not in his right mind. Yesterday I posted on a gram, you know, it's around the time I started my fitness and my wellness journey, rather, because it's both. You feel me? It's wellness. So, you know, it's your physical health and your mental health. You know, I started getting my shit right some years ago, and I remember, like, one of the earliest things I did was I saw some sandbags in the, one day I was standing outside, taking a puff or a little something, right? And, I was looking at these sandbags. It was funny, you know, I was looking at the sandbags, and then I saw this wooden board right there, like this piece of, like, you know, that wooden board, this plank. So I'm just thinking about the sandbags, and I'm like, if I get some rope, I could make a sleigh. I could drag it up and down. Like, hell yeah, that'll help out my legs. And then I was like, I probably could even do rows with it. I thought about it. And then it was a hardware store like a block away from where I was living at the time. So I went up to the hardware store. I grabbed one of those little things, you know, like kind of like a weight belt. I used to rock it when I worked construction. It was like a back brace, right? So I copped the back brace. I copped some gloves, some of the little gloves, and I copped the rope. So I basically like came back in the courtyard over there because I was staying in a basement apartment, but I had a courtyard. So like it was a dope little private courtyard. It was fire. Like I could just go over there and just be over there just chilling, like whatever. So boom. I went and I got the rope. I tied it up, you know, knotted it up real good with the sandbags on top of the plank and everything. And then I remember I put on the back brace and I had the gloves, and I remember I would just tug on this sled like every day a little bit, just doing rows and pulling it and shit. And you know, it was good. It was good resistance training. You know, it was for weight and shit. So, you know, I remember working my legs and my back a lot, man. Yo, that shit was, man, I'm telling y'all, like, yo, those were the days going. And then it was cool because I lived, like, there was a state park down the block. So it was like one of them big old tracks, big old, like, Olympian tracks or whatever the fuck. So I was on there. Boom, I would just go do some laps. Or I would do some distance running because where I also lived at was a lot of hills. So I could run. I could just do jogs, long distance jogs. I think I may have posted the picture of the elliptical I used to use as well. Like, yo, I'm talking about, and then I'd be in my apartment. Like, yeah, it was an elliptical. The elliptical was in the hallway, right? It was in the hallway. And I used to use the elliptical all the time and shit. Like, so, you know, I be doing the damn thing. So I use the elliptical. I, you know, pull the sled. I'd be in my apartment working out, doing my push-ups and sit-ups and jumping jacks and all that shit. And yo, I don't know. Like, I just wanted to work out every day. That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to get healthy. Then I was starting to learn how to fast. So that shit was like, yo, it was tough learning how to fast. It was very, very tough. Like, very tough thing. It took a lot of months to really learn how to fast. So when I think about it, yo, I probably started learning how to fast like in April. I would say I didn't really get the fasting part down pat until maybe like July or August. And then the diet really came into play around like September, October. Like, yeah, because I remember I was just experimenting a lot. That's around the time I started finding out that I had the gallstones in my gallbladder and my liver. Because I was just going ham. At the time, I was trying that carnivore diet with that animal fat, super high fat diet. Like, I mean, that shit was nasty. And it was a great diet, too. But, it's just not great for me. Like, I can still do a version of it, but I got to be careful. I got to eat more lean meat. I can't have, like, even though, it's high fat, I can't have too much fat like that. Nah. So I had to fall back on shit like eating a lot of cheese and all that. Feel me? But, going on that wellness journey and getting that health right, just, I want to lament this with you guys because I think that's the foundation of everything. Again, I talked about one of my training partners who said they were burned out. I talked to another guy who, he's just coming off of surgery. I talked to quite a few people out here that, they're trying to get themselves together. And we all have these challenges, but there's this one constant that remains. And that's just, it's like the effort. Everyone, the whole shtick is, well, how much more effort do I have to give? And, we're going to have that conversation till we're blue in the face. You feel me? But I just feel so good about where I am as opposed to where I've come from. Because, man, oh, man, I'll tell you, I might randomly do another post about that shit. Yo, seriously, there were the days like, oh, my God. Like, I could have never imagined being here where I am as far as, like, in my mind and in my body goes, because I never felt like this. Like, I feel it's a lot. Anyway, man, I'm going to keep it short this evening, well, this morning, rather, because I got training soon, and I got to get prepared, and you all, I need y'all to just go ahead and listen, do your due, and keep it moving. And above all, keep training, all right? So I'll holler at y'all soon, baby. Go ahead, hit that sub button. No, really, hit that sub button and hit that like button so this could get out there and more people could come and listen to what we talking about over here. Real talk. That ass. The journey has just begun. Yeah. I holla. Oos.